Hello, this is your old buddy Josh, welcoming you back to Sipology blog. And this is another Whiskey Friday. I have some wisps of hair floating away too. Whiskey Friday on week 3 of isolation. Everybody in our house is doing well. I hope everybody in yours is doing well too. Um, One thing my daughter and I have been doing over this period has been rewatching all of the Star Wars movies in order of release. So we are up to Rogue One now. That's been a lot of fun. Um, so without further ado, let's turn to the dark side with Talisker Dark Storm single malt. This is a 1 liter bottle that I picked up at travel retail when the wife and I were flying out of Glasgow after our vacation to Scotland last summer. Many connoisseurs scoff at travel retail. A lot of the specials there are really not worth it, overpriced, gimmicky, whatever. However, one everybody seems to love is Talisker Dark Storm. So what is the difference between Talisker Dark Storm and regular Talisker Storm, which we reviewed, I think, a couple years ago? Well, I'm glad you asked. The difference is that Talisker Dark Storm is aged in heavily charred casks rather than just the regular ex-bourbon casks that regular Storm is aged in. So, take a look at my notes here, the basics. This is distilled at the Talisker Distillery on the Isle of Skye in the Western Isles and the Inner Hebrides of Scotland. Not a place we went on our vacation, but we'd love to go to Skye another time. It's owned by Diageo, of course, and Talisker is a part of their Classic Malts series, which includes Lagavulin, Clonelish, Kulila, and others. It comes in at 45.8% alcohol by volume. Okay, let's taste now. So this is my Glencairn that I also got in Scotland at the museum, at the Scottish National Museum in the gift shop. It's decorated with an impression of a late Pictish stone that's on display in the museum. If you'll see, it's kind of an elderly man on a horse, and he appears to be imbibing heavily through that horn right there. It's a rather humorous image, and it's pretty big. If you're ever at the Scottish National Museum, go there. It's pretty cool. They have lots of cool stuff like that. Anyway, so I thought the glass was appropriate. So let's taste. But let's smell first. So smell, I get typical Talisker notes on top, kind of maritime, peat, and smoke. But then I get some like spice underneath, like some Christmas baking spice, clove, mace, allspice. On the palate, it's sweet and full-bodied, kind of bourbon-like, really, in texture and sweetness. But then again, with the peat and especially the smoke comes through a little bit more on the palate. For the finish, definitely smoky. And has some of that classic kind of peat notes. But it also has a firm underpinning of sweet, like baking spice, especially allspice in the finish, I would say. It's a really, really good whiskey. I really like the regular Talisker Storm. I like this even better. And as I said, it comes in 1 liter bottles. and it's available in travel retail. It's one of the few things in travel retail that's really worth getting. Um, and it currently sells for about 47 pounds, which works out to about $58 for a liter bottle of a single malt of this quality. Is just a fantastic bargain. I really love this. I really love this single malt. I'm gonna give it a high recommendation. Highly recommended. All right, take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. Peace.